Welcome back into another episode of FA's World. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Monday Night Raw kicks off with Seth Rollins and his group. First up is Bronson Reed, it was Braun Breaker who cuts a promo on Sami Zayn and his match tonight with him. And then Bronson Reed is handed the mic. He cuts his promo on his match tonight with Jey Uso. He hands the mic over to Seth Rollins. The crowd is going wild for CM Punk. Seth Rollins hands the mic over to Paul Heyman, who cuts a promo on the group, and then hands the mic back over to Seth Rollins, who welcomes everybody to Monday Night Raw, and they leave. Backstage, we get a segment from the Judgment Day. After that segment, back to the ring, we are set for Roxanne Perez versus Kairi Sane. Raquel is at ringside for this matchup. The winner of this match, however, is Kairi Sane. After the match, Raquel and Roxanne would try and attempt to attack Kairi Sane, but she was saved by her old tag team partner Asuka. After that match and after all that action, backstage we see Sami Zayn. He gets interviewed and then he walks off. You see Scarlett coming into the picture afterwards, and the interviewer asks Scarlett if she had anything she needed to say, and she says no. She is just watching Sami Zayn as he walks away. After this, backstage, we see American Made with Adam Pearce. He tells them that El Grande Americano will be in action tonight. One of the tag team partners says that that's impossible because Chad Gable's not here. Ivy hits him and tells him pretty much shut up. And then Ivy tells Adam Pearce that she wants to be entered into the Women's Battle Royal at Evolution. Adam Pearce grants her that, and they pretty much leave afterwards. And then Asuka and Kairi Sane come into Adam Pearce's office and says they want Raquel and Roxanne, and he ends up putting them in the tag team match at Evolution to represent Monday Night Raw. So that we get the return of the Kabuki Warriors and a disturbing scene from Adam Pearce in the backstage area as well. So after this, we get a vintage promo package from Nikki Bella. It seems now that she's in the direction of going towards the Women's Battle Royal. Initially, my points were that she would be facing Liv and Raquel in some form or fashion for the tag team titles with her sister at Evolution, but because of the injury, it seems as though they've obviously had to go in different directions for everything. Back to the ring, Sami Zayn attempts to make his way to the ring, but he is attacked by none other than Karrion Kross. After commercial break, we do see Sami Zayn still in the ring arguing with Adam Pearce, letting Pearce know that he can still go. And then Braun Breaker's music would hit. Braun makes his way down to the ring, and we are set for singles action here. Braun Breaker, of course, would end up winning this match. Afterwards, backstage, we see Adam Pearce with the War Raiders, and the New Day come in. We get some back and forth action regarding the tag team title scene. After that, back to the ring, we get a promo from Becky Lynch that's cut off by Bayley's music. Then Lyra's music hits as well. Lyra and Bayley both making their way down to the ring, but Lyra cuts Bayley off and she gets in first. She cuts a promo to Becky Lynch, and then Bayley ends up cutting her promo. A bunch of back and forth between all three of these women, which leads to an all-out brawl in which Lyra Valkyria stands tall. After this backstage, we see Seth and Braun Breaker talking about Karrion Kross, and then Paul Heyman comes in and lets them know Sami Zayn is out indefinitely. Seth Rollins then goes over to Bronson Reed and lets him know that Jey Uso is still healthy and he needs to go and take care of that. Um, so then we get back to the ring and we are set for that match, Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. The winner by disqualification is Jey Uso. Bronson Reed hits a couple of tsunamis on Jey Uso as well after the match. Security runs down to break that up. Afterwards, we get a video package for the Rhea Io Sky matchup at Evolution. Back to the ring, El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee. Winner of this matchup is El Grande Americano. Backstage, we see Penta, Paul Heyman, and Braun Breaker attempt to have a conversation with them. That does not pan out well for either one of them. Um, Back to the ring, we get Gunther who cuts a promo talking about Goldberg, and then we get panned to the backstage outside area on the Titantron where we see Goldberg arriving. Goldberg makes his way down to the ring. He says something to Gunther without the mic. He slaps Gunther's mic out of his hand. Gunther attempts to swing at Goldberg, but Goldberg reverses that and knocks Gunther out, or I'm sorry, knocks him down. He attempts to hit a spear on him, but Gunther would get out of the ring to end that segment. After this, we are set for the main event: Seth Rollins versus Penta. Um, Penta would unfortunately end up losing this matchup. So Seth Rollins' stable is a strong 3-0 on Monday Night Raw this week. However, after this matchup, Paul Heyman will grab his phone and try and seems like conduct for Braun and Bronson to come out and continue an attack on Penta. However, as they are making their way down to the ring, LA Knight would come from behind and hit a BFT on Seth Rollins and run out the ring to pretty much end Monday Night Raw. So we got a lot of moving pieces on our way to Saturday night's main event and Evolution. As of right now, there's only 3 matches confirmed for Saturday night's main event. Seems like we got a bunch of action on Sunday though. So make sure you guys tune in. I'll hit you guys with some previews of that later on down this week. And don't forget, Friday Night SmackDown's up first. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. And just remember, this is Hefe's World, and you're just living in it.